Students, today our topic is drift velocity. Drift velocity. Today we will discuss about the drift velocity of free electrons when we connect a conductor in any of external electric field. Then the electron will move with the average velocity, which is known as drift velocity. So we are going to calculate that velocity. For this purpose we will take a conductor and we will connect that. So firstly I draw this diagram about. Suppose this is a conductor. And we have connected this conductor by connecting wires with a cell, positive terminal of cell, negative terminal of cell, a switch we can connect, it's a switch, and this is the connection. So as we connect switch on this switch, then if the cell is of potential difference V and current flows out I, all the electrons moves in one single direction, that is towards positive terminal of cell. We have seen in random motion electrons were moving randomly, so their average velocity there was zero, but here it is not zero. That velocity we are going to calculate. So our known terms are electronic charge, length of conductor, area, its area of cross section, this is the area, and potential difference, mass of electron, current. So I write here all the known terms. Our known terms are L, which is length of conductor, A, area of cross section. In our known terms, we are going to find out the drift velocity, the average velocity by which these electrons will move towards the positive terminal of this cell. E is electronic charge. Electronic charge on one electron. V is potential difference which we have provided to this conductor. Potential difference. I is electric current. M, small m we will be using M. Mass of electron. Okay, now we are going to find out the drift velocity. So for this purpose, we state the average velocity of electrons in presence of an external electric field. External electric field. So we can see the electrons are pulled by the positive terminal of this cell. So we can say these electrons are getting some force. That force we know about. This force can be write E. This is nothing else. We have done in first chapter also. That was E is equal to F by Q naught. Remember? Electric field due to a point charge. That time we have calculated. So you can get F is equal to Q naught into E. Q naught, there was a unit charge, positive charge, Here the charge is E, electronic charge, charge on one electron. So F is equal to Q naught E, so here F is equal to EE. Same force we can get with the help of second law of motion. Second law of motion also we may write same amount of force we can get by applying second law of motion, that is F is equal to ma. We are going to use here equation number 1, equation number 2. From 1 and 2. When we equate these two equations, we get ma is equal to E. A is equal to E, small e, capital E divided by m. This is the acceleration received by each and every electron present in this conductor. So by this uniform acceleration, all the electrons are moving towards the positive terminal of the cell. Students, if this is uniform acceleration, then we may take help from kinematics. Uniform acceleration as we code, then we may take the help of kinematics. And kinematics means, remember this very most important point, if you get uniform acceleration, then that belongs to kinematics. Kinematics belongs to uniform acceleration belongs to kinematics. What does it mean? It means we can use equations of motion. Equations of motion given by Newton. Where V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. These we are going to use first equation of motion. Why first equation of motion? We can see the final velocity here. Second equation of motion, there is no term of final velocity, so we cannot use the second equation of motion. Third equation of motion, if we use, then u is 0. In each and every equation, our initial velocity u is 0. A is constant. A is constant. Acceleration, uniform. So if we go with third equation of motion to find final velocity of each and every electron, so we do not have S. Means which electron travels how much in between two consecutive collisions. So this option is also we cannot use. We can only use first equation of motion, that is V is equal to U plus AT. U we have, U is 0. Acceleration, we got this equation 3 is giving T. T will be relaxation time. This term I will be quoting here. So for each and every electron I am going to apply V is equal to U plus AT. So now V1 is equal to U is 0 for each and every electron plus A. And at the place of time I am writing tau 1. It's tau 1. Similarly, V2 is equal to 0 plus A tau 2 and so on. Nth electron, last electron, final velocity of last electron will be 0 plus A tau n. Tau. So I am writing here relaxation time. It's a new term, small term. Relaxation time. Students, relaxation time, these relaxation times are here tau 1, tau 2 and tau n. So actually relaxation time is time taken in between two consecutive collisions by every electron. Time taken in between two consecutive collisions. So many of the electrons will have same relaxation time. many will have different relaxation time because collision frequency will be different. Suppose one electron gets another electron very early and one electron gets another electron a little later. So that is why some of the relaxation time will be same or can be different. So these are the relaxation time. That is why we have quoted tau 1, tau 2, tau n. U was same 0. Acceleration is constant a. First electron final velocity, second electron's final velocity, and so on. Last electron's final velocity. We are going to find out the average velocity after connection, which is drift velocity, average velocity or drift velocity. So now just we are going to add all these final velocities and we will be getting the average. Now simply, therefore, drift velocity or Vd or average velocity, we can write V1 plus V2. Simply we will be adding all these velocities and we will just divide by the number. Put all the values. A tau 1 plus A tau 2 and so on, A tau n. A will be common and you can get another term, tau 1 plus tau 2 and so on, tau n. If you will see, this bracket shows average relaxation time. All the relaxation times are summing up here and divided with the number of electrons. So I write A tau. Tau is average relaxation time, where tau average relaxation time. Because many electrons will have different amount of relaxation time, so we cannot tell about each and every electron. So we are giving a common average relaxation time, like we are finding here average velocity or drift velocity. So that's it. Vd is equal to value of A was E, capital E divided by M, and this is tau. So this is the first result of drift velocity you get. This question comes under 2 marks or in 3 marks. Like write the expression for drift velocity of electron when we connect a conductor in any of external electric field. So this is one result. We can get another result of drift velocity. I write this result here. Vd is equal to E tau by M. Or else we see, we know E is equal to minus delta V by delta X. The conductor was L. So E is equal to V by L. We will place E is equal to V by L and we can get E tau divided by Ml. So this is the drift velocity of free electron instruments. So Vd depends on 3 factors. How many factors? 3 factors. This is, we can see E and M are constant, so we leave these terms. V, tau and L. Potential difference, relaxation time and the length of conductor. On these factors this Vd depends on. So we write depends on 3 factors. One is potential difference, and length of conductor, and number 3 is relaxation time. Okay, and this relaxation time depends on temperature. As temperature will increase, the frequency of collision will also increase and torque will decrease. The relaxation time will decrease. They will collide very early. That is where time taken will be less. If mobility comes under one mark. So simple mobility means how much drift velocity will electron have when we put that conductor in an external electric field of different amount of intensity. So that time you just find out the ratio of drift velocity per unit electric field. That's it. So mobility is drift velocity per unit electric field. Symbol of mobility is mu is equal to drift velocity is Vd and divided by E. We can simplify this formula. So you will be getting, when you will simplify this, you will get, what will you get is mu is equal to Vd. The value of Vd is E tau by m. E tau by m. And this was E. So this E can cancel out and you will get mu is equal to E tau divided by m. This is the mobility of electrons which were moving with drift velocity. So this mobility question can be asked in 1 mark. So mobility depends only on one factor, that is relaxation time.